apparently audio obtained by Lee Fang shows Joe Manchin suggesting donors talk to Roy Blunt, who's retiring, about his next life, hoping that will sway him to support the January 6th commission. I don't even know.
No, the one ahead of
right.
it. Sorry, no, this one.
I'm sorry. Okay. Leaked audio of Senator Joe Manchin call with billionaire donors.
He expresses openness to filibuster reform.
Yeah, and then I guess that's part of a larger story.
We got a lot of leaked audio of Manchin, basically.
It was a Zoom teleconference. That's the beauty about, like, everybody's still on Zoom.
People can record.
Somebody can record.
Yeah.
It was a meeting hosted by No Labels, which is it's an organization founded in part by Joe Lieberman.
Blech. Perfect fit.
It funnels
peas in the pod.
money to conservative and Democrats and moderate Republicans. And Manchin described an openness to filibuster reform in this meeting. And it gives a list of who's there. Let's see. The wide-ranging conversation went into depth on the fate of the filibuster, infrastructure negotiations, and the failed effort to create a bipartisan commission to explore the January 6th storming of the Capitol. What's fascinating to me is that, like, this must really, like, I think, look, Joe Manchin is, I think much of his reasoning is motivated, right? But I do think that he actually was like, even his most basic assumptions about, like, bipartisanship were a little bit rocked when that January 6th thing, like,
he was like, they were coming after us.
And he says, he told the assembled donors that he needed help flipping a handful of Republicans from no to yes on the January 6th commission in order to strip the far left, it's you, of their best argument against the filibuster. So he is conscious of, like, how ridiculous his argument about bipartisanship looks in the face of the refusal to pass anything on the January 6th commission. And he said the filibuster is maybe this is an Intercept writing, is a critical priority for the donors on the call as it bottles up progressive legislation that could hit their bottom lines. So this is Manchin saying to his benefactors, look, I'm getting squeezed here. And you need to make your money work in such a way that you're going to get Republicans, most likely the ones that are retiring,
right,
because anybody who wants to get reelected wouldn't do it. You got to get them to vote for this thing that's clearly bipartisan. And when it came to Senator Roy Blunt, a moderate Missouri Republican who voted no on the commission, Manchin offered a creative solution. Roy Blunt is great, just a good friend of mine, great guy.
Great.
Manchin said.
Awesome.
Roy is retiring. Some of you all might be working with Roy in his next life could tell him that it'd be nice if he'd help our country. That would be very good to get him to change his vote. And we're going to have another vote on this thing. That'll give me one more shot at it. In other words,
yeah.
Can't somebody... Now, what is so unbelievable about that is, imagine if this was not a vote that these billionaires didn't care about, right? Because these billionaires, they don't care about the January 6th commission.
No.
But imagine if it was just like something that was slightly, even marginally beneficial to them. Like, I don't know, tax rate, estate tax, capital gains, some cutting of environmental regulations. You got Joe Manchin saying, hey, you guys are going to be, some of you are going to be hiring Roy Blunt through some entity that you funnel money into. How about you send him a little gift card or a thank you note, a pre-thank you note, and tell him vote this way, and, the pot will be a little sweetened. Can you imagine if it was something that these billionaires actually cared about, like Manchin is sitting here basically announcing this is the way it works on this Zoom call, which is, I don't know that people should be surprised by it, but I want to hear this audio because he's basically outlining how it works. And also, incidentally, if you want to know why he's not voting for S1, which pulls a lot of money out of politics.
Might have something to do with who he's meeting with.
There you go. It is, this is
really just, it echoes mob boss backroom deals. It's just so sick.
It really is stunning. And it is, it's going to be really interesting to see what the fallout from this is. Because, I mean, presumably, right? Like, you got a bunch of billionaires on the Zoom call. I wonder who it was that leaked this.
Well, that's the point, right? Maybe it's some staffer, or why would a staffer be on it? I mean, you have to see when we check out this call who was on the call, who would be incentivized to leak it.
It's. I wonder if
the call included billionaire investors, Republican consultants. To me, it seems like this should all be buttoned up, given who's on the call.
Very interesting.